What it do, man? It's your boy Battle Truth coming to you live and direct from the Battle Truth headquarters. Let's get right off into this, man. So Surf got an up and coming bail hearing on the 24th to see if he's eligible to be released to make bail. Right now he's being held without a bond. So he got a bail hearing coming up. And let me just say, I think he got a good chance of making bail, man. Again, as I read the paperwork and see some of the things that's being said on him, the drug charges ain't really strong drug charges at all, as far as like for him to be denied bail. There's not even a large quantity of drugs. It's a couple mollies and a couple bags of weed. That's it. So that's nothing. And what's crazy, again, the Molly that he's being charged with, the 1 gram of Molly pills. What's crazy about that is they just going off um a social media, either DM or yeah, it was a DM. They going off a social media DM, but all he was just telling somebody was grab a couple. One 1 gram of it. Grab a couple mollies. That's it. So it wasn't a sale. It wasn't a transaction. It was him just mentioning. Yeah, pick up some mollies too while you out. That's it. So see I don't see why he should be denied for that. Um Flight risk, that shouldn't be. See. Hold on. That's don't. Now that I think about, that's the only thing that might get him. The only thing that might get him denied bail because he went on a run. He was on a run. He tried to. He tried to flee from them. He tried to go out the back door. That was at the back. Then he tried to run out the front. They was at the front. Then he locked himself in for another 2 hours. I think they said like 2 hours or something, if I ain't mistaken. And they basically didn't know who he had in the house with him. So they didn't want to come barging in because they didn't know if it was hostages involved. And I think that's what probably worked out bad for him in that instance, if they used that against him, how he was apprehended, that he didn't turn himself in. He actually was caught knowing he was on the run and had a warrant. See, that's the thing that might hurt him the most, because remember, they have been following him all while he was on his social media. They have been subscribed to his channels, so they was hearing the conversation taking place of him admitting that he was on the run, admitting that he had a warrant, admitting that they was looking for him, admitting these things, but yet still didn't turn himself in. And then he got caught rather than turning himself in, so that looks bad. Now that I think of it, that looks bad. So it's a 50-50 chance on that, not including it is a RICO and an indictment. But again, his situation ain't as bad as a lot of people's situations are. It ain't as bad. It's not. And we know they haven't tacked on any more charges pertaining to him. Now, we also know that his father, along with another friend of theirs, I think his name Dexter, I think his name Dexter. So his father and a family friend of theirs equally both put up $450,000 in assets for Surf. So 900,000 is being put up on Surf's behalf for him to get released. That's more than enough of what his case holds. What's crazy, the guy for Takeoff, who arrested for Takeoff murder, just bonded out for $1 million for murder. I don't know, man. Like Sir said, he got a good lawyer. He said his lawyer can get him out a lot of things. I thought his lawyer got him out some things, but come to find out, a couple of them things his lawyer didn't get him out of. That Detroit gun case is still open. It's Detroit who chose not to expedite. So that's what Detroit said. According to Detroit, they like, look, we not expediting him. As long as he don't come back to Detroit, he cool. Their economy so messed up in Detroit that they can't even afford to expedite. But again, that's what I said. But the feds could pick that up. They will pick that up if they looking for. If they really want Surf to do something, they'll pick that up. We gonna know how bad they want Surf if they willing to pick that Detroit case up, or if they leave it alone. If they leave it alone. That's how we'll know how bad they want Surf. If they leave it alone, they don't really want Surf that bad. If they pick it up, they want him. They want him. They definitely gonna want him to tell or do something if they pick it up. But if they don't pick it up, they don't want him that bad. And Surf's situation, the only thing bad about his stuff is being a felon with a gun. And matter of fact, they was even saying, if I ain't mistaken, they got him on another thing on social media where he was threatening the op on social media, waving and showing the op the gun. They got him on charge like that. Now, I know it's serious, but I don't know how serious. I don't know how serious, but I know it is serious. But I don't know how serious the situation is to the point of that situation, how it's being, how he being charged with it. But many indictments I saw, don't appear to be like certain stuff is nothing compared to theirs. Nothing. And I'm going to keep it real. To some degree, I can see where Surf may have been trying to change his life. I can see that. Because I'm seeing what he charged with. I'm seeing the stuff he charged with. To see that he might have been trying to change his life. Because if he wasn't trying to change his life, they have been following his recordings. They have been following his recordings, following his social media, listening to his phone calls. If his hand was involved in a lot of dirt, like you would think, they'll have a lot more evidence on him. They got this man on 1 gram of Molly. 1 gram. And they got this man on bags of weed. Not pounds, not ounces, but selling T-shirts. And he may have gave out some weed when he was selling his T-shirts. So it appears he might have been really, really trying to change. Because if he was deep into it like that, I think it'd be more drugs involved. It'd be more wiretap conversations involved. What they release is petty for that to be drugs. That's petty. And it's actually, look, and like I said, the Molly was him just telling somebody, hey, grab a couple. Shirts and bags of weed? I don't know, man. Like, showing your op on camera, your gun, that's not. I don't know, man. I think it's a 50-50 chance, depending on how his lawyer argue. And his lawyer should get bail. He got more than enough access. His case ain't really bad like that to the point that he got somebody to kill, because his op wasn't telling on him. His op wasn't snitching on him. So this was something that they saw him doing and charged him with. So his op ain't snitching on him. Nah, I don't see it. I think his lawyer just need to argue the situation fair and let it be known who he is, that he's not a flight risk. He's a very popular rapper. I mean, all you gotta do is exaggerate. He's a very popular rapper. He got songs with Chris Brown, Kevin Durant. You know what I'm saying? So he known. You know, he got a huge following of supporters. He can't run. Even if he tried to, he can't, because his face too known. He too popular. Most of them judges in the courtrooms don't know about that. They believe any black man coming there with any type of chain or watch on is a damn rapper. They ain't gonna look. They don't know who big and who not like that, for the most part. So all his lawyer got to do is do a good job in arguing the case, letting it be known. You know, and I think he probably could. I don't know. I think so. Well, we know it shouldn't be no problem with Surf getting out, because the money is there. The property needed to bond him out is there, more than enough. It's more than enough. They got over $900,000 in assets to release him. Crazy thing about it is none of the URL, nothing from the URL though is in the paperwork. But he don't need it for the most part. But it's just the point. It's just the point. I'm just saying, well, I don't know if they wrote a letter or said anything, but for the most part, the money is there. So if he want to bond out, get out, he definitely can do that, because the money is there. We're going to see on the 24th, though, man. Do y'all believe he going to make bond, make bail to get out? I believe so. I believe so. Hold on, man. It's a 50-50 chance, man. I don't know if they going to use the other people's stuff against Surf too. So even though Surf petties, if they looking at Surf as being a shooter, I don't know if they're going to use the other people's stuff against Surf to bond out. You know what? I'm thinking he going to be home. Surf going to be home. Surf going to be home. He going to be home. I can tell. Yeah, he going to be home. He going to be home. I can tell. I don't think they want him that bad. They really don't want him that bad. And they know he's not a threat like that. He'll be home. I'm believing he'll be home. With that being said, it's your boy Battle Truth. It ain't my judgment, that's a question. It's yours. Hit the link in the description box. Subscribe to Battle Truth.